Hello, 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 people. Today we're going to be playing. Oh no, wait, this isn't right. Today we're going to be playing First Snow. First Snow is a visual novel that I forgot to set up the capture for. I think it's some Yuri, some gay. So I'm very excited about that. Let us begin. I got something in my throat. This is horrible. This is a distressing disaster. Let me just get this set up correctly. First Snow. Okay, I need to pull this up. I need to just somehow get this right. Come on, I've been streaming for over a month now. Surely I'm a professional. Surely that qualifies me as a professional streamer. I've made like $50 from this. That's professional, right? Okay, here we go. It should now be showing up on the screen. The game is not showing up on the screen. Okay. Okay, this is fine. This is okay. I just have to do something else. I just have to work this out before the stream next time is the answer, but right. How is the audio, by the way? Is that good? Is that okay? It's not showing the game up. Oh, whoa, stop that. Come on now, this is unprofessional. This is horrible. Oh no. Let me... I'm gonna get this to work. It's gonna work. I'm gonna play this visual novel today. Better believe me. You'd better believe me. If you don't believe me, then what are you doing? You're a fool to do your dirty work, oh yeah. That's a song if you didn't know. I was making a reference to a song. A song. Now if the game would just work, that would be pretty poggers. That's what I... Oh, there it is. Alright, we've got it. We've got it, folks. Game is up. Okay. Exciting. Alright, let's start this game. The first snow of the year should be a comforting sight, yet this carries a different feeling when so far from home. I see. Winter has always been my favorite time of the year, but the joy of warm fires and upcoming holidays is missing. There is only a month left to go until the season begins in earnest, but I can't feel any of the usual excitement. It's snowing and it's not even winter yet? Wow. The coming winter will be the first I've spent away from my family, after all. It's just me now, standing alone on a concrete balcony and looking out into a gray sky. Oh, this is Rose. Hey, Allison, aren't classes soon? A woman's barking from down below. Woof, woof. Breaks me out from my thoughts. Her familiar figure, clad in leather, stares up, snow heaped on the rusted shovel in her hands. Ooh. Looks like the heating's died again. The inside of the apartment no warmer than out there. This new home might be a little shabby, but at least it's ours. A quick glance at my phone as I walk to get my coat and bag confirms her to be right. The morning's message from a friend still showing on the screen. The idea of big news at this of all times fills me with worry. I'm already too busy just trying to keep up with my new life. Big news, Allie. Tell you later in bio. Yay, yay, yay. Yay, yay. Winky emoticon. Heart, heart. Huh. Okay. Somebody's got this rodent has some big news for us. With time marching on, I quickly slipped the phone back into my coat and set off for the stairs. I shouldn't have a problem making it to class if I keep at a good pace. The busily shoveling woman is still working away, her efforts obvious to see. The snowfall's been impressive for a single night, but a good amount's already been cleared, her heavy breathing easily visible in the cold air. Keeping a brisk pace, as much to get to my classes on time as it is to try and warm myself up, I try to wave a quick goodbye. It's obvious she won't let me go without giving her 2 cents, though, as she puts her shovel against the wall and takes a good stretch. Remember to stretch, everyone. It's important. Get a drink of water. Morning, Rose. Working hard already? Someone's got to do it, not like those useless lumps will. Rose jerks her head towards the apartments. She's not really wrong, but her usual tactlessness is on full display. You all bundled up? The stream disconnected for a minute? It seems. It should be back now, I think. This is hardly the first exchange we've had like this. Every other morning, Rose comes up with something or another to definitely not be concerned about. I don't mind, though. That kindness is one of her better traits. The weather's been getting steadily colder for a while now. The few workers braving the morning chill are slowly making their way down to the bus station for work, those staying behind grumbling as they shovel snow from the roofs of their cars and their driveways. There aren't many students down this way as I walk, however. Student accommodation filled up fast, and the nearby apartments were all rented out soon after that. Thank goodness for a family friend offering to let me live with them. Helpful as Rose may be, there is still some sense of being a foreigner. It's only been 2 months since I moved in and started classes at college, my circle of high school friends and boisterous family home turning overnight to a cramped apartment shared between Rose and I. That line kind of threw me a bit. It went on for a while. As the school buildings come into view, I join the tired masses staggering through the gates and towards their classes. Much as I might worry, I know I'm not alone. I'm sure many of the students around me right now are going through exactly the same thing. It's only now that I realize I haven't had my usual morning coffee back at the apartment to wake myself up. With little time before biology class starts, I'll have to content myself with a quick can of soda from the vending machine. Heading over to the Union Building on the way to class, the morning chills driven away by the usual gaggle of those sitting on the stairs and blocking the entrance. Rubbing my hands together to summon some warmth, I head on in. With the heating being cranked right up, you could almost forget it's winter outside. My relief doesn't last long, however. My heart nearly stops as a deafening clatter comes from ahead. A couple, walking arm in arm, skirt around the edge of the room, doing their best to not draw the attention of a blonde woman nearby. She grumbles loudly before delivering another kick to the poor abused vending machine in front of her. I hate situations like these. Either I do nothing and feel bad for not helping, or step in and deal with the stress that comes with confronting someone involved. As I try to work my way out of the... Her sprite just flipped. It just flipped. I like the art style in this game. The outline. It's good. My heart freezes as the woman locks eyes with me. I must make for a pitiable sight, with my hands raised defensively in front of me, her rage calming down as she settles for staring daggers at the machine. Resigned to my fate, I reluctantly shuffle towards her as my heart beats wildly. As I do, her dour look is only made all the more intimidating from the bags under her eyes. Is something wrong? Stupid thing ain't my money. No can or change at all. Threw $5 in there, too. The vending machine here messes up sometimes. It's usually better to go to the cafeteria for drinks. They should fix it, then. Recounting the event only serves to stir up her annoyance, another foot being jammed into the accused. The horrible noise makes me cringe again, and I'm starting to worry she'll hurt herself as much as the machine itself. She'll hurt herself as much as the machine itself. Okay. Don't kick it again. Why not? The thing's already broken, isn't it? I want to say that I'd rather not get into trouble with the staff, but I get the feeling that wouldn't faze her. Reviewing my options as quickly as I can, there's only one solution I can think of that might settle her down. I probably shouldn't, but if nobody's paying much attention... Which drink did you want? She gives me a curious look after I manage to squeak the words out, but eventually points, not pants. Was just grabbing a lemonade on the way out. Could you for a moment? With great reluctance, she turns away as I ask. I doubt she could work out what I'm doing by looking, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Closing my eyes and silently mouthing the right sequence to make sure I don't mess it up, I go about my business. With any luck, the software inside hasn't been updated since I last tested this. What? A long sigh of relief passes my lips as the vending machine rattles away, loudly dumping a can into the small opening. Is our main character like a technopath? That's pretty cool. Holding the can before the blonde one's face as she turns back around, my reward is a somewhat impressed expression as she takes the item. Now that she has her drink and had a chance to get her frustration out of her system, she seems to be calming a little. Her height doesn't help her look any less intimidating, though. With that, I consider the matter settled as I nod and begin to walk away. Only, as I leave, do I realize my heart's racing after having to deal with her. Hey, wait up! Reaching for my instinctual response, I pretend not to hear her as I skitter away and disappear back through the entrance. Aww. The cold hits me like a wall as I leap through the door. I hardly mind, heaving a sigh to steady myself as I head towards classes. I only remember now that I'd intended to grab a drink myself, but fiddling with the machines probably made me too late. The empty campus grounds make me nervous, making me take my phone in hand to check the time. A quick glance is all that is needed to send me dashing towards the science building. It's going to be one of those days. Panting from the run, I stagger into the biology class with as much composure as I can muster. The sight seems to make a pitiable impression on the professor, who merely nods for me to take a seat. Setting my bag next to me, I quickly take the seat next to a now familiar figure. The diminutive caprice shoots a gun. The diminutive caprice shoots a grin and a wave as I sit, earning a smile in return. It's nice to see a friendly face. As the professor gets back to... I'm dying. As the professor gets back to lecturing, I grab my still pristine textbook from my bag, flipping through to the bookmark I add for where we currently are. Movement from the corner of my eye takes my attention. A red piece of sketch pad sliding before me. Oh no, your perfect attendance record, what happened? Her writing is surrounded by various doodles and scribbles already on the page. I should pay attention to the class, but it isn't that easy to wave Caprice off. This is so cute. Then again, this is largely reviewing what we covered in high school right now. It probably wouldn't hurt to chat with her a bit. Got held up with someone. Oh. I write a brief reply and a little accompanying drawing before sliding it back over. A quick look to the professor, making sure the coast is clear as he drones on. Would he care? Seems like if they're not interrupting anything, then why would he care? Caprice's reply as the pages passed back makes me grimace. I should have expected that. Oh, I get it. She thinks that she was like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I almost reply before noticing the professor casting a knowing glance my way as he continues with the teaching. He knew what we were doing, didn't he? Thinking better of it, I tuck the page beneath my textbook and start listening properly. I don't need to look Caprice to know her reaction. I hardly think worse of her for it, though. Swapping doodles during these classes was how she broke the ice with me when I was just another lonely freshman student. A shy one at that. Given we're still friends, I suppose it worked. Sneaking a glance back at the page beneath my book reminds me how well the mercurial girl can draw, at least compared to me. She mentioned one time that she's also taking art classes, which must be paying off. Before I know it, the class starts winding up. The other students begin to get distracted as time goes on. The professor soon starting to wrap things up in response. That's kind of a circular. I don't know. I don't like criticizing the writing of visual novels. It feels weird. No sooner do the words come from his mouth that the class is over does the loud clatter of people packing books and pens in their bags and backpacks begin. This is a cute design. Caprice wastes no time in talking as the two of us do the same. I get a drink of water before I figure out how Caprice sounds. Hey guys, is this Doki Doki Literature Club? Haha. No, you piece of shit stoner, it's not Doki Doki Literature Club. It's for Snow. It's a visual novel about snow, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Caprice's voice. Is it Caprice? Caprice? Beatrice? I was worried you were sick today, Allie. It was only a couple of minutes. For you, that's a lot. She has a point. It's likely I was more concerned about this than the teacher. After near perfect attendance through high school, though, the last thing I want is to set a bad expectation from the staff here. Setting that aside, I'm not sure the professor really likes us passing notes to each other in class. Oh, don't worry about him. He's cool. We talked. Well, if you're sure, I do like seeing your drawings. Aw, and I like seeing yours. I'm glad you're here today, actually. I've been thinking, and I need your help with something. We're making an art club. She got so close. But there's already an art... Wait, why is there a we there? How am I part of this? You're a founding member, of course. Why do I get the feeling Caprice has been mulling this over in her head for ages? Plans seem to already be in motion for her, and I'm not sure what choice I have left in this. I got an achievement, the new art club. I'm left to mull things over as I take my coat from the back of my seat and slip it on. The two of us taking our bags and joining the others and heading out into the hallway. I hadn't even considered joining a club, let alone starting one up with all the work that'd entail. I can help, but I have my schoolwork to concentrate on, you know. Getting a scholarship wasn't easy, and I'd rather not waste it. Ah, right. You were majoring in chemistry, weren't you? I give a nod, albeit a slightly guilty one. Not that I dare have told my family, but I only picked chemistry because I happen to be good at it. Like most things in life, I just went with the default option before me. At least Caprice seems to have moved on from me being a part of this. I have enough going on in my life between moving to a new home and studying for college to think about spending time in clubs and things. I am surprised you're taking biology classes, to be honest. Aren't you more into art? It's hard to pick a favorite, But right now, bio is just the entry-level stuff. It's so boring, right? I talked to the professor, though, and we're getting into some marine life chapters soon. That seems very specific. It's the most interesting part. I gotta focus hard when we get there. I plan on making it my major. So even a free spirit like Caprice is something she's working toward. It seems I can't get away from how much of a mess my life is with no idea what I want to do for a career. So Caprice is interested in like marine biology. That's cool. The two of us head outside, with our next classes in other buildings. As we do, I look about warily as students from other classes pass by. I'd rather not angry woman again. Who were you held up with anyway? Bump into a wink friend? That would require there to be another beyond her in the first place. She's about the last person I'd call a friend. Kind of scary, actually. She might have been asking out a small talk before, but now I have her full interest. With reluctance, I think back to the event. Not sure if you know her. Tall, blonde, green eyes, very sharp look with high boots. Kind of pretty. Terminally Caprice. This is Gamzee. Should I give her a Gamzee voice? Okay, I'll give her a Gamzee voice, I guess. Now that I have time to think it through, she was quite beautiful. And more than her body, too. I liked her sense of fashion. Lesbian moments. Alright, let's give Caprice a Gamzee voice. Blah. I think I know who you're talking about. I can't do Gamzee. I don't know how to do Gamzee. I think I know who you're talking about, actually. You do? Yep. Our other founding... Wait, oh no. Be horrible and give us your best Gamzee voice. Okay, I'll try. Let me see. Honk, honk, honk. Where's Gamzee? Gamzee is somewhere. He's like, hey, yeah. Let me go pull up some Gamzee lines really fast, so I can get into the space, the headspace needed. Gamzee Makara chat log. Okay, here's a chat log where Dave and Gamzee talk. This is a preview of my inevitable Homestuck stream. This is from Homestuck.com. It's so weird that Homestuck just exists. Okay. Dave, answer Gamzee. Terminally Capricious began trolling turned tech godhead. Alright, my pinkest of motherfucking star monkeys, are you ready to get the horns you don't have? Confiscated, all like the motherfucking contraband they are. Being all illicit as the vast joke itself and then handed it right back to you? What? See, bro, this is how I roll. I supply the horns toward you, metaphorically speaking. See, like, that's kind of a troll metaphor, you getting your horns handed all to you. If you peeps anatomically were such to be like that, doing that's to mean like you got motherfucking sassed out and trolled. But bro, when I tell that noise at you, I'm like doing a double metaphor the way across sky. Because my horns I'm all about are these funny honk horns instead of head horns. Like what does clowns use? And when I'm all to invite you to get a little motherfucking squeeze on, it'll be a damn flat board side miracle if you don't get scared shit. If you don't get scared shit tank clown cars. That's how we play the motherfucking game, honk honk. Oh god, that's right. You were the best troll. I remember now. Whoa, I was? Yeah, I mean, in the most ironic and hilarious way possible, but that really shouldn't even need to be said. Okay, I'm not gonna read this full thing, but I think I've got it. Yep, our other motherfucking founding member. She hasn't dropped the idea of me joining at all, and now wants her of all people to be part of this. My reaction to the news apparently shows my face. If we're thinking of the same person, I've seen her around, and I've heard some things. She floats around the art department a lot, all like so the other art clubs try to grab her. She didn't even pretend to consider it, just told them to get lost. Which means she's still free. If she already rejected one club, why would she join another? That was a nightmare? I'm glad. Because it's led by me, of course. I just sigh. I need to get to my next class. Being late for one today is already too much. My professors might compare notes on my attendance. I don't know if that's a thing that happens at community college. I've never been to community college. Or other college. I barely graduated from high school. Resigned to my fate, I wave goodbye and start to head off. Not more than a couple of seconds later, I hear her calling out behind me. Ah, before you go, meet me on the second floor of the arts building after classes, okay? We need to get started to find a club room and stuff. Is this... What kind of voice am I doing right now? I should listen back and make sure I'm not doing like a really bad voice. Like something I'd really not want people to hear. Like something I'd really not want to be doing. Looks like I'm going to be part of this scheme whether I like it or not. Dealing with that woman again makes me shudder, but she'll surely just reject Caprice and I'll be that. I doubt it. I feel like this will all go perfectly. Stretch. Little bit of a stretch break. Walking through the halls at these hours is a wholly different experience to the normal hustle and bustle, where students gossip in the hallways, organize dates, and hurry between classes with arms full of overpriced textbooks. There's now a sweet silence. All to be seen at this hour is the odd straggler thinking more about dinner than her schoolwork. Well, them and the Christmas decorations. I get the feeling that the arts and humanities staff take some enjoyment of getting ready for the occasion. After that entire games thing, I can only imagine Caprice with a stoner skater voice. I will try and do a stoner skater voice. Much like the school itself, the decorations look a bit ragged, probably hauled out every year for decades. With little to do until Caprice shows up, exploring the arts building and peering into this classroom or that winds up passing the time. These are a lot of nice environments. Heading up the stairs, I take my time strolling through the hallways. Everything is bathed in the orange of the sunset, the quiet of the halls giving the building a serene atmosphere. It's calming after the day's events. It isn't until a good few months pass that I find the first thing of much interest, a single room with the door left open. With curiosity getting the better of me, I stroll up the hallway and gingerly step inside. At least I can close the door for them. At least I can close the door for them? What does that mean? Or did it say them? I'm not sure. Boobs. With only a handful of chairs actually set against tables, I think the room unused if not for the paints, papers, and sketchbooks strewn across the tops of cupboards. If Caprice wanted a club room, this would be as good as any. As I peer about, the sight of one particular canvas amongst it all catches my attention. The painting of a woman sitting in water sits drying on the easel, the painter's utensils still lying about. Stepping up to look at it, I am surprised by how old-fashioned it is, like the kind of oil painting that would be drawn a century or so ago. Every brushstroke and line has depth to it, the painter's every movement clearly visible. I find myself struck by its beauty, time slipping by me as I stare. Her soft flaking skin and flowing locks of hair are enough to make me wistfully sigh, her face telling of her free spirit. It's beautiful. My thoughts are suddenly interrupted by the creaking of the door opening further, causing me to whip around in fright. Tall. The particular person standing in the doorway looking straight at me does nothing to slow my Why am I reading so fast? The particular person standing in the doorway looking straight at me does nothing to settle my racing heart, much less the fact that I'm not even supposed to be in here. Sorry, I mean... I quickly try to stammer out something, but the words keep catching in my throat. That's relatable. Oh, it's vending machine girl. Allison! Allison Merlot. So you do have a name. I'm Eileen Turner, for what it's worth. This is a GF. This is GF material. This lady right here. I quickly nod. For all my nervousness about maybe being somewhere I shouldn't, Eileen doesn't seem to actually care that much. In fact, she almost looks bored. If this room is used by a bunch of people, there's a good chance she might not know I'm an intruder. Well, I'm gonna close the place up. If you want anything, you should grab it. Not that I think you have anything here. Not that I think you have anything here. The cold edge to her voice freezes my entire body. I mean, I can explain. Eileen narrows her eyes and crosses her arms, waiting for my response. A response which is interrupted by a familiar voice booming from the entrance. Blah. I like that her sleeves are over her hands. That's always a look. Hey, Allie. I don't think I've ever been so glad to see Caprice. Oh, come on, she's your friend. You're supposed to be glad to see her. She's your, one friend. Given this art club business was her idea, it's for the best if she explains it all. Eileen doesn't look impressed as Caprice steps into the room, looking this way and that like some tourist. Good work. You already found us a room. This'll work perfectly. So, Caprice got herself a new goon? I wish I was surprised. Yep, I love the sprite flipping. You're not supposed to agree with that. And what do you want this room for, pray tell? Well, the current art club is awful, I'm sure you know. So, instead of dealing with them, we're gonna form our own, and it looks like you and Allie have found us our club room. I see what's happened here now. Caprice engineered the situation so we'd all be here together. This isn't a very subtle scheme, but that's all the more reason for her to come up with it. I try my best to backpedal in a way that doesn't upset either. I just thought we'd draw a bit, didn't mean to intrude. I got permission to use this room to practice my painting, not for some dumb club. Sorry, but it's 2 against 1, majority rule. That's not how it works. I didn't say anything about a club. Well, too bad. This is a dictatorship. Eileen stands her ground, staring down her opponent as I try my best to stay wild with their argument. Her resolve doesn't last long, though. Realizing the futility of it, she eventually heaves aside Caprice's antics. I can't say I wholly blame her. I just want to work in peace. That isn't much to ask. But I'm going. Not going to get anything more done today anyway. I'm sleepy. I don't know why. I've only been going for 35 minutes. I'm not gonna stop here yet. It's too early. I'll go to at least an hour. My voice feels so weird. I don't know. Doing voice work is hard when you're already constantly doing voice work, but in a certain way that's not even good. I don't know. Eileen turns to me after picking up her coat from her desk and pulling her scarf around her, rather pointedly being finished with the Caprice. See you around, I guess. Yeah. At a loss for my sister to respond in such an unenthusiastic tone, I'm left standing silently by as a frustrated Eileen throws her backpack over her shoulder and strides out. Sleepy. Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy. Caprice just smiles and looks back at me. The argument they had just moments ago flowing off her like water on a duck's back. That's such a funny phrase. Wouldn't water flow off of anyone's back? It's not like water, I mean, I guess people do absorb water, but, it still flows off your back. I mean, kind of? You don't pour water. You don't pour water on, a dog and, all of its fur, sponges it up and it becomes 10 times its size. Unless that is how it works, but I don't think it is. Like, it still slides off of its back, right? Well, that's how it is. I feel like I got dragged into something. Waterbending? Waterbending. Yes. I didn't really think that'd work, but it was worth a try. She's not listening to me at all. Am I really just an instrument to try and win this argument between them? No, I can't think that. Caprice is forceful, but she means well. If this did end up being a club, I'd probably enjoy it. Caprice certainly wouldn't make it dull, and I think if Eileen got to know me, she'd be nicer to me, but I don't want to risk Eileen getting even more annoyed with me. Unhand her, Dan Backslide? I don't understand what that means. Unhand her, Dan Backslide? Dan Backslide is my new OC. He kidnaps her. Is Dan Backslide the villain of the Mario games? He always captures Princess Toadstool? It feels like I've been left to hunker down in a foxhole in no man's land, and all I can do right now is hold my helmet on tight. As the orange of the sunset starts to wane outside, it becomes obvious that nothing more is going to get done today, just as Eileen said. I'd better head home. It's getting late. See you tomorrow. See ya! If you ever want to draw, feel free to drop by the new club room. Precisely none of what Eileen said penetrated, did it? Heh, penetrated. Heh, precisely. It's very funny. These are words. I just give a weak smile as I wave and take my bag, idly wondering if Rose will... Carrie, do you not know the Dover? What is the Dover? What is the Dover? Tell me about the Dover. Oh, the Dover Boys. I don't know the Dover Boys. I just give a weak smile as I wave into my bag, idly wondering if Rose will be cooking something for dinner or bringing home takeout. It's something more heartening to think about than today's efforts, anyway. What are these posters? There's base. There's gun 4/1/1995. And there's hitter, hitman, hit and run, hit row. There's a panda over here too. There's a panda on the right. I want to live here. I want to live in this environment. Actually, I'm envisioning living here, which I do often with environments in video games. And kill me. My favorite movie, Gun. Well, no, I think this is a band. I think this is like a band concert, isn't it? That's what it seems like, because like there's bass over here, and that's obviously like a band. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like Gun is like the name of like a... Like this is their special tour. Gun. It kind of looks like the Harry Potter 1 poster. Oh no, it does. Oh no. There's a lot to envision here. As I collapse onto the couch and settle in, the deafening sound of silence rushes in. The odd passing car from the street below, the apartment only highlights the quiet of the room. An annoying train of thought starts up once again, as I put it away when it's crept up. I don't know why I'm reading this like this. One that's crept up on me occasionally ever since moving out, just waiting for when nothing's around to distract me. I can cope with the schoolwork easily enough, it's mostly just review right now. People like Caprice might be a handful, but they do liven up the day's routine. I have the hiccups. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna hold my breath. Or someone scare me or something. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was holding my breath. How long was that? Did somebody count it? I don't know. Maybe you did. Thank you for yelping at me. I was very scared. Let me get a drink of water before I continue. My throat is destroying itself. You couldn't hear my mic because I wasn't talking. But as I stare at the screen, a deep apathy strikes me. Before college, I thought that with my family and old friends just a phone call away, nothing would feel all that different. Maybe I just couldn't admit to myself how big of a change this would really be. Admitting defeat, the phone ends up on the couch beside me as I watch television. The news is interesting today, so at least it's some distraction from all this. The news is interesting today. The news being a distraction from bad thoughts is an interesting, idea. What a concept. Just when I thought I'd finally found a friend or two in college, it ends up being a mess. Why do people have to be so complicated? As the door behind me opens, I close my thoughts on the subject. There's no point in mulling things over any further. Act 1. Art Matters. Art Matters. Is this Art Matters or Art Matters? You know what? My throat really hurts today. I think I might stop here for now. Oh, what just happened? Oh no, you did scare me with the donation. There's a zombie on screen. Ah! Thank you for the $5, Ava. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. That was scary. Yeah, I'm gonna save for now. My throat is kind of. I know this has been a very short stream, but I'll try and do a longer one the next time I play this. Did I save? Did I save? I think I saved, but I want to check just to make sure. Okay, okay. Yes, I think I saved. Alright. Yeah, let's stop here. Thank you everyone for coming out today to watch me play First Snow. I want to get back to it soon because it seems pretty cute so far. You had fun? I'm glad. Thank you. Alright. So yeah. Thanks for the VN triple save check. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. And, okay, thanks, bye.